class. I decided to do another video for you tonight, and instead of just putting it all in words for you to be reading. The first days have gone by. We only have 3 in our class, so this is going to be something that we can probably discuss quite a bit. With only 3 people, you're going to have to. We're going to have to be pretty verbal about this, and that's more difficult when you're writing it than if we were in a classroom. Sometimes wish that we were, but this does give us a lot of possibilities, and especially during this COVID season, we're able to continue on with classes, so that's something good. I just wanted to mention a couple of things that could be problems as they go on. So right here at the beginning, I want to make sure that you're seeing some things. Your daily posts, those absolutely positively have to be 125 words minimum. It's not very much. This is like your class discussion. Now, by minimum, that means without the quotes that you have from other places. This is the place for you to put your own opinions in a certain sense. You've got to be talking about what we're learning. It can be a response to another person, but not just simply, well, I disagree with that because I think this. You've got to relate it to what we're learning, not just your opinion. That's just sharing all of our ignorances. So you can tell your opinion, but keep that. Then if you quote someone else or quote the book, you'll say, now, according to Sandrock on page 53, he said, blah, 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 and you'll have that in quotes. Then you go on with what you want to say about it. Only the part that is your own writing, not the quote from the book, only the part that you write is counted in the word count. So, less than 125 is just a really, really small amount for you to say anything. So I do not give an inch on that. So just make sure you've got that. Include your word count in your posts. Make sure that you are doing one 5 days a week. You've got to have that in. You can certainly do more. And that doesn't have to be, then those don't have to be that many word count or that number of words. So just keep track of those. Another thing that I want you to put on that, and I will give you an example that is written on the subject line, put what you're responding to, like response to Andrea. And then put what post it is if you want these to count for your daily posts. Post number 1. That way you keep track very easily, and I do too. I can go back and say, in your post number 1, blah, 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 blah. And I had a student in the past tell me that his professor at Nazarene Bible College did require that. And so I started doing it, and it has made it very much more simple for both you guys and for me. So please do that. You are not going to be counted off if it's not perfect the first couple times, but you will not get credit if you don't have the word count. And if it doesn't relate very specifically, if it's only your opinion, you will not get the full. It's only 2 points. This is like a freebie. So just make sure that you do get those few little extra points in there. The other thing is the summary. I am going to post an example for next week of what your reading summary should look like. Just make sure it really is a summary, like a Reader's Digest. I hope you all have sometime read some Reader's Digest things. They summarize a book or an article. What that needs to do is to tell me very, very clearly that you did read the chapter, and you understood, that you got something out of it. So what you're going to have to do is to include something in your summary from every single chapter. Include what you thought was important. You're going to be like retelling this to someone else. The word count that is given in your syllabus, up to 500 words, is a very small amount. You may go up to 1,000 at least, even maybe a little over that, in order to be able to get your summary. Now, if you're a really good writer, and should be at this point, you can do it in 500 words. That absolutely is possible, but it's really hard to get something that succinct to summarize as much reading as you're doing. Make sure that you include something that you learned from the lectures. Make sure if you have a video, an online website, that you do include something you learned from that and tell me about it. It can include your own opinion, but your own opinion should be very, very small. Maybe a sentence at the first and a sentence at the ending to kind of summarize the whole thing. Here's what I got out of it. This is my opinion. Please include that, but make it very small, because what you're doing is you are trying to tell me in words, in writing, this is what I learned, not just what you think about it. This is a really, really big assignment every week. So I will be trying to help you out each week as we go through there. It seems for some of you that it's hard to understand what a summary is, to take something and summarize it in your own words. Make sure you don't have just long, long quotes. And look at the rubrics. I've put rubrics in for everything, or NBC has. And so look at those, because the writing that you do is really important at college level, and it's hard to do. I've told you before, I'm a stickler for grammar. There's no reason to use incorrect grammar. So just make sure you get that. And I hope you're having fun. I want the fun and the exciting part of the learning to come out, and this not just be, oh no, I didn't do this right. However, that's the way that I've got to grade it too, is by those kind of things. So please contact me if things are not clear. And we started off well with your autobiographies. What fun that was to get to read those. So I'm excited about that, and I will see you in class. Let me know if there are some questions or problems. Thanks.